Hey guys, I wanted to cover a example of how you can create a RAM disk in a Mac OS environment. So what you want to do is open up terminal. You can do that through the command space key and type in term, and it should pull up either, for me I have iTerm installed, but you can pull up basically terminal, and once you get to a command prompt, no matter where you are, you can create the RAM disk. And some of the uses behind the RAM disk are just temporary space to do some manipulation for testing without hammering your hard drive for writing and reading. And the speeds are as fast as RAM is as fast as and your computer can go, is basically the limits of the RAM disk. So what you want to do is just do diskutil, erase volume, and I will leave this as well in the description so that you do not have to type all this. You can do a copy paste, but maybe we'll call it MyRAMDISK, and then we're going to do the backticks here, and then hdiutil attach nomount ram : / and now you're going to have to enter in the number of how large you want the RAM disk. In this example for me, I'm going to create a 4 GB RAM disk, which is basically, if you want to pull out your calculator, let me pull this over here, is 2048, which is 1 meg, times however large you want it. In this case, a 2 GB would be 2096, and that would give you the total number that you need to enter in. So in this case, 4292608. So let's enter that in, 4292608, and hit enter key. And now you'll see this, it will create the RAM disk. And you're probably wondering, where's the RAM disk? Well, where it is actually, if you go to volumes, CD into there, and LS, you will see there's a RAM disk. If you also open up your Finder app, you will see that there is a RAM disk called MyRAMDISK in here, and you can add folders, you can add files, whatever you want. If I right click it and hit get info, I will actually see that the capacity is 2.2 gigabytes. And the only problem with the RAM disk is the moment I unmount this, it's gone forever. If I reboot the computer, it's gone forever. So keep in mind, it's temporary. It's not something permanent, but the speeds are intense. So if I open up a app that you can download, which is the Blackmagic Speed Tester, you can download this off the App Store, but basically hit this gear, select the target drive, and choose the, in this case, MyRAMDISK, hit open, and you run some speed tests. Waiting for it to get caught up here, and there we are. Like, the read is now in the thousands. I mean, it's just now we're at 4,000 read. Like, the speed is insane what this thing is capable of doing. So I would highly recommend, if you're doing some testing and you want to write files or do anything, instead of hammering your hard drive, and if it's temporary and you're doing some tests, RAM disk is the way to go. Anyway, see you on the next one.